After being on standby for over 30 restless minutes, the man journalists had been waiting for walked into a conference room packed to capacity at the Serena Hotel in Nairobi. Ambassador Francis Karim Muthaura, a career civil servant and the head of the public service and secretary to the cabinet before the ICC named him just days to Christmas in 2010 as one of the main perpetrators of the 2007-2008 post-election violence.
So without further ado,
Many expected a jovial Muthaura after prosecutor Fatou Bensouda dropped all charges against him. But with a diplomatic demeanor, his gaze remained fixed throughout the press briefing as he narrated his ordeal. And his lawyer, Karim Khan, was categorical.
But I made it very clear, I've advised Ambassador Muthaura not to take any questions. I, as the lead counsel, will answer questions. If you wish to ask a question to me, I'd be delighted to try to answer it.
Muthaura was accompanied by his wife and children, shared his personal experience for the first time after the charges were dropped Monday.
I'm relieved more than I can say. However, I'm not celebrating. The ICC case broke my heart, not only because I, Francis Muthaura, was charged, but much more so because I have seen injustice abused and manhandled by those whose primary duty it was to respect it and safeguard it all at all costs. It is an injustice that charges were brought by the prosecutor. It is a tragedy that safeguards to prevent abuse of ICC mechanism so clearly and so obviously failed.
From Ambassador Muthaura is simple. There wasn't evidence. There's no sufficient evidence. After 2.5 years investigation, there's no sufficient evidence. They're not my words, they're the prosecutor's word. There's a lying witness, the only witness relied upon by the prosecution, the only witness relied upon by the prosecutor is called a liar by the prosecutor, not by me. And that person lied at confirmation.
His wife stood through the press conference together with their 3 children. They were there to witness every click of the camera and listen to each and every question asked.
Answering questions, the questions will come to me.
I'm especially glad that my dear mother, who is 93 years old, and my father-in-law, who is 91 years, of which I've lived to see this today.
And on claims by Bensouda that Muthaura's case was dropped because the government had failed to hand over vital documents and that witnesses in the case had either died or received bribes, Muthaura's lawyer sought to differ.
We said at confirmation this case should not have been brought. It was riddled with inconsistencies.
Khan said the ICC relied on intelligence and human rights reports and that the investigation was questionable.
But one thing is very clear, that there was a proclivity to very quick investigations in line with the media headlines.
And on the remaining cases against the 3 suspects.
I look forward to the judges of the ICC doing justice in all the other remaining cases, and pray that they are granted the wisdom and insight to separate truth from falsehood.
Subsequently, of course, to the prosecution with nobody else present, alone in the room with the prosecution, he confessed that he had also lied about other meetings implicating the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta and other lies there.
And to ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda was handed the mantle by Luis Moreno Ocampo. It is a tough task ahead.
She has done the right thing in trying to get her house in order and take over the mantle of the mess that her predecessor left her.
From Ocampo 6 to Bensouda 3, pending the final verdict by the ICC judges. Which direction will the remaining cases take? Judy Kosgei, Citizen TV, Nairobi.